Welcome to Dr. T's Cookbook of Awesomeness. On today's episode, we are making a simple and authentic Chinese dish, Cantonese fry roast chicken. Now, this is devoid of any of those heavy sauces that are full of sugar and sodium. This is a clean, fresh dish with fresh vegetables and aromatics that will taste wonderful over white rice or fried rice or some stir-fried noodles. Now, let's get ready to cook something awesome. Let's prep some veggies. We've got red bell pepper, a poblano pepper. You can use green bell, but I like the flavor contrast of poblanos. Onion. We have scallion, a knob of ginger, and 1 clove of garlic. We have rough chopped these into diamond trapezoidal shapes. We've slivered the ginger and slivered the garlic. We're using bone-in, skin-on chicken thighs. The skin is going to give us a little extra flavor. And we're chopping these up into about 1.5 to 2-inch pieces. Now, traditionally you would leave the bone in and use a cleaver to cleave right through it, but I don't have that, so I removed the bone. Now we've got our chicken in a bowl here, and we're going to do a marinade, starting off with some chicken bouillon powder. You can use this bouillon powder, or you can use some MSG, it's up to you. We've got a little bit of granulated sugar, gonna add in. And then we're gonna add in just a couple pinches of coarse ground kosher salt. After that, we've got just a little bit of ground white pepper, a couple pinches. We've got cornstarch. And then finally, a dish of chili oil. I should say hot chili oil. And came out a little fast. Don't do that. Be a little conservative. But if you like it hot, go ahead. And a little squirt of soy sauce. And that completes our marinade. Now we're just gonna get in there with our bare hands and get everything nicely coated. Make sure everything's mixed consistently and evenly coated, and then you can let this set for 15-20 minutes to marinate before we start frying. We're ready to fry. If you're using a non-stick pan like this, and especially if you've got skin-on thighs, you won't need any additional oil to lubricate the pan. The skin is going to be enough with the non-stick surface. Once it's up to temperature, you can see I flicked a little water and you can see the Leidenfrost effect there. Now we're just going to add the chicken in a single layer. Try not to crowd the pan too much. I did have a little too much chicken for this size of pan, so I did crowd it up a little bit. But try to let the chicken have a little bit of space so that it's not too crowded and it can cook evenly. Now this initial frying step should really only take maybe 2 minutes, but because I crowded my pan a little bit, it's taking a little bit longer, maybe 2 or 3 minutes here. But after we finish frying this step of frying, and we get a nice brown surface on the bottom of the chicken, and you can see I'm checking it here just to see if we have that Maillard effect with that browning. After that, we'll add a lid and do the roast part. So we're gonna trap the heat in with a lid to roast the chicken for 3-4 minutes. After that 3-4 minutes, we can see the chicken is pretty much cooked all the way through now. So we can flip our chicken over and get a nice golden brown on the bottom side. As you can see, our chicken is golden brown on all sides now. So we'll add in our garlic and ginger aromatics. We're just gonna fry this very quickly for about 30 seconds. That's all it needs. We don't wanna burn it. We just wanna release those aromatic compounds that contribute to the wonderful smell. The final component is, of course, our red bell pepper, our poblano peppers, and our onions. So we'll throw those in there and stir fry them around with the chicken and our aromatics for about 90 seconds or so. It doesn't take too long. We just kind of want to heat them through and sweat out those onions just a little bit. And after about 1.5 minutes, our onions and peppers have cooked through and we're done. This is essentially completed. And we'll make some rice in the rice cooker to serve this over. And this will be a nice and light and delicious supper. And here's a nice close-up. You can see the beautiful browning on those chicken thighs. Now, if you don't like chicken thighs, you can use chicken breasts, but they're not quite as forgiving, so they might turn out a little bit dry and a little bit tougher. All right, folks, here it is, our Cantonese fry roasted chicken. This is a great supper if you want something light that's not going to weigh you down, and this can be served over white rice. You can put it on fried rice. You can even stir fry up some noodles. It's very versatile and very yummy. If you want to learn to cook more foods like this, don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell.